Investigative journalist David Hundeyin, in a post on X, speculated about a future political collapse in Nigeria, citing a 2010 report from the Rockefeller Foundation that he claims predicts a popular revolution and government failure in Nigeria in 2026. Hundeyin alleges that the Rockefeller Foundation is a front for the CIA and that a new puppet leader is already being prepared. He specifically accused activist Omoyele Sowore of being an American intelligence contractor and a dangerous national traitor, speculating that he is intended to be an initial figure in this process before a permanent leader emerges. And I would like to read David Hundeyin's tweet. He wrote on X, "The Rockefeller Foundation, which is a CIA front, literally has a report published in 2010 which predicts that the Nigerian government will face a popular revolution and collapse in 2026. Now, that collapse may or may not happen in 2026, but you know that ahead of when it does, they already have a new puppet lined up. My immediate guess is that the orange beret wearing Revolution Now numpty is the actor who has been cued to play the intermediate piped piper role while they incubate their Nigerian Zelensky, Bobby Wine, whoever that may be. Which is why, as many times as Yele Sowore will open his mouth in public, is as many times I will also loudly point out that he is an American intelligence contractor and a dangerous national traitor." Very, very strong accusation, Dr. Abati, don't you think? But let me take a reaction to this tweet. This is from Mr. Innocent, who wrote, "Destabilization isn't unique to Nigeria alone. It's a tested playbook across Africa, from Libya to Sudan. Popular uprisings are often hijacked, redirected, or outright manufactured. These think tanks often publish scenarios that later look like predictions. The danger is not whether 2026 happens, but that elites, both local and foreign, use such reports as roadmaps." And that's quite a pertinent comment right there, Dr. Abati. But what do you make about David Hundeyin's accusation, bold accusations? We know that David Hundeyin has been quite loud about even the elections, and he is an investigative journalist, and he did put out those reports on X.
Okay, a number of claims there. By David Hundeyin. First, to say that the Rockefeller Foundation is a CIA outpost. Well, where is the evidence in that regard? Now, John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men, philanthropists in American history, Standard Oil, the whole of that Seven Sisters, oil and gas. Then the foundation is named after him to engage and continue with the commitment to philanthropy, which he had begun in his lifetime. Now to say, oh, this is a Central Intelligence Agency that is behind Rockefeller. Well, as we say, who alleges must prove. How do you prove that this is CIA running the foundation? What of other foundations that are in the United States? Two, he also makes the claim that the Rockefeller Foundation, in a report, a scenario narrative, had predicted that Nigeria, will have some kind of revolution in the year 2026. And I think in the post, he provided the evidence in terms of that scenario building. Look, there have been many kinds of scenarios that have been painted about Nigeria. At the time, they said Nigeria was going to implode. Okay, all of us were very nervous. I don't know, it wasn't Rockefeller Foundation then, but maybe some foreign policy journal at a certain year. Nigeria has not imploded since that time. Some other people did some results. They said Armageddon was coming. In fact, they even put dates to it and said at so hour. All this analysis, they are not automatic. They are not scientific. Yeah. They are not based on empirical evidence. They are at best just postulations. And, we don't want Nigeria to implode in 2026. The revolution that the whoever is saying will come in 2026, maybe it will not happen. And those who are having the wishful thinking and saying that maybe Nigeria will go the way of Nepal, maybe it will not happen.
Yeah.
So nobody knows the future for certain.
All right,
finally, he calls Sowore a traitor.
Yes.
He calls Sowore an American political contractor. Those are very strong claims,
very strong,
which
yes.
are defamatory per se. But I don't think Omoyele Sowore is somebody you need to be his spokesman. He can speak for himself.
Absolutely.
A man who has just announced that the struggle continues, whether on Facebook, whether, out of detention or on the streets. So if Sowore's attention is drawn to this, I know he knows how to design the appropriate response.
Yes.
I don't think it's something he will take lying low, because it's very, tricky, very, funny to label people.
Yeah.
Anybody can give you any label.
Yeah, but
so does he have the evidence?
Great. It's not the first time David Hundeyin is making such allegations.
Does he have the evidence that Sowore is a CIA agent?
That's it.
How is he a CIA agent?
Those are the questions.
He says he wants to be like Bobby Wine.
Yes.
Maybe because he's wearing orange beret.
Orange beret, yes.
So,
right.
Is that how people become CIA agents?
Those are the questions. I mean, it's out there for the DSS to look at as well. But, you talk about the fact that Nigerians or people have been talking about whether Nigeria might become like Nepal. And you're absolutely right. These are the questions that are out there. And I'll take a reaction to this same story. And this is from Mayowa. I wrote on X, I'm having that conscious feeling that every Western intelligence community funded NGOs with forward operating bases within or outside every capital of the African countries are closely monitoring how the African rebellious demography Gen Z is reacting to the Nepal event. And that's the question out there. Now, Ayo,